are just super accessible and for people who just need to get food on the kitchen, right? It's not so much necessarily the narrative-driven aspect, but it's like the one for the home chef that is just really easy to make and fulfills a need. So there's that aspect. Those cookbooks we reach for every single time over and over again. Those are always really special. I think ones that I'm also really drawn to, as we've all spoken to here, are really narrative-driven cookbooks, the ones that you want to read from start to finish that just make you feel a sense of home, even if it's a part of a culture that you didn't grow up learning yourself. I think for me, most recently I had an exchange with one of my cookbook authors who is Cantonese like myself, and we were exchanging emails with Cantonese words, and I can't tell you how emotional that made me feel. Just to see that a conversation happening in the publishing world in a space that is typically not open for these types of people. So I think just having that and having that personal curation is just so valuable and so important. I think, as you mentioned, Sarah, the cookbook publishing world has really changed in like the past, before the decade or so. We focused so much on restaurant cookbooks. With the pandemic, there was such a boom of home blog creators. And I think that democratized things so much more, and then of course also gatekept in some ways because now we're looking at platforms so much, but it just really just opened the door to all these different voices that we didn't hear from before and also deserve a space in the cookbook world, and I think that's just something that is also really important.